Hi folks, so we've been for a walk, haven't we? Yes. And all I want to do is look out the window as usual. But we've been for a walk and we were dodging showers really. We were a couple of shower dodgers. But we've had to have a little wash down, haven't we? Yes, because we got all muddy. There's a trouble being a small dog. You're closer to the ground and your belly gets dirty. So yeah, but he's feeling so soft. He's so soft. You go back on the window. Look at him. He just wants to look out the window all the time, don't you? That's all you want to do is like, let me look out the window, Mama. Anywhere but the camera. Such a camera shy dog, aren't you? Yeah, you will. Anyway. Right, he's off. Off you go then. Get into the window. What does he want to do? He wants to sit in the window and guard us. Okay, so let him do that. Anyway, a little introduction to the video. Sorry about that. Little introduction to the video. Today I received an unexpected parcel. I was intrigued actually. I think it said it was coming from Spain, and I thought, no, Madrid. And I thought, I've not ordered anything. Anyway, it turns out it's the Cosmic Cycles Tarot, which I had pre-ordered back in June. And this is the third edition, so it's the third printing. Whether it's any different to the first two, I don't know. I'll have to have a little look at the walkthroughs to see if there's any difference. So it's not very... Let's have a look. Looking at the size of the box, just going to get a standard tarot card out. My trusty Rider-Waite Smith. So that's the box. Oh, it might be the same size actually. We'll have a look in a minute. And it came with a little card, which is the Four of Swords in a plastic bag, and a holographic sticker. Yeah, I like the sticker. I'm a bit of a sticker freak. I do like stickers. I'll do a top down anyway as I go through the deck. And I also, with it, which I don't think in previous, from what I know, which isn't an awful lot, there wasn't a guidebook, a physical guidebook, and there's a physical guidebook in this little package here. So I will open it on camera. I'll open it all on camera, face down. Let's go on a journey with the Cosmic Cycles Tarot. So I'll see you in the drop down. Okay, so this is the guidebook. I hope there's enough light. I've tried to put as much as I can on it. It's a very dark day. But the author is Martina Rousseau and the illustrator Miriam E.G. Nice illustration on that page there. Introduction, the basics of tarot, some spreads, meet the characters, major arcana, minor arcana, wands, cups, swords, pentacles, about the author and artist, extras and credits. Now this is a storytelling type deck. She's illustrated the story by using the court cards. So I will show you what I mean here. So Cosmic Cycles Tarot is a modernised storytelling twist to the Rider-Waite deck. Characters are inspired from the 16 court royalties and they are reimagined in today's society, so a modern twist. So then she goes, so the suits, so wand is fire, is drive, inspiration, passion, determination and will. So she's taken the elements of the suit and she's taken the court cards and she's combined them to actually make a character. So there'd be the page of wands there will be a messenger, a deliverer, somebody who's childlike, with drive, inspiration, passion, determination and will. So she's combined those to actually make a character. She's gone into a bit of numerology there, a bit of astrology, And then here she explains, so a shortcut. So the Queen of Cups, the Queen is a nurturer, okay, mature female energy. The cups are about relationships and emotions. So if you combine the Queen with the cups, you get a nurturer of relationships. So that's a logical way of doing it. Here are the spreads. 3-card spread, Celtic cross, past, present, future. Never was very good at these things. So if you wanted to know about work or business, you would, I don't know, how do you do that? How does that? Okay, I can't figure that out. I'm not clever enough to figure that out. I'd have to think about that. A partnership spread. And then we come to the characters. So what she's done here is she's taken, as I said, the court cards, and she's done a synopsis of that archetype. So here we've got the Page of Wands, which you'll see in the deck. She likes nature walks, road trips and camping, doesn't like delayed flights. She's a messenger of new ideas and ventures, a traveller but a deserter. And then you get a background. It's a little story. Her positive traits, negative traits, and then, yeah, a little bit more background and a description of the card, how she designed it, and then the bit I like, as seen in. So not only do you see her in the court cards, but then you also see her in other court cards. So she's in the Fool card. She's in the Death card. Let's find her. There she is, chopping off her hair. She's in the Judgment card. There. And then she appears in the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So I'll just try and find her. So she's in the 3 of Cups, where she appears with some of the other characters. And she's in the 10 of Cups. There. Okay. So that just gives you a little idea of the way the deck is meant to work. And then see here, Strength, the Knight of Pentacles is here in a strength situation. The Sun situation, the Page of Cups is there. So she's combined them quite nicely, I think. And then in the extras there's some sketches, some old designs, design notes, a thank you, and we get a thank you card. So what I thought I'd do, now we know this is actually the 3rd edition, so I don't know if the other 2 editions are exactly the same cards. I've never looked at a walkthrough of this deck. I actually ordered it back in June. And yeah, it's taken a while to arrive, but it's arrived. So what I thought I would do is look at it alongside another deck that I love. I love this deck. This is the Bright Future Tarot, and I did a whole month with this deck, discovering it using some prompts, 31 prompts, 30 or 31, September, 30 days. It will be 30. There's 30 days in September. So yeah, 30 prompts to actually get to know your deck. I will link that video below if you're interested. So this is a modern take on the tarot. I think it's about the best I've looked through to see what would be a fairer comparison. So yeah, I thought that's what I'll do. So here we go. So as part of the full story, she's starting on an adventure, not heeding, just going. So not heeding, just going. He's flying of his own volition. She's going to fly by getting on an aeroplane. That's the Fool. The Magician. I like this card because, I mean, back in the day, DJs, they would just play a record, say something in between, and then play another record. But nowadays, they have mixing desks and they actually create music from other people's music. So they create an atmosphere that other people can get involved with. So that's magic, isn't it? I mean, even if you don't like that sort of music, I think you can appreciate his talents. So there he is, doing a little bit of mixing. And the crowd's very happy. The Oracle, or the High Priestess. Here she's reading some tarot cards. She's got a black cat. She looks a bit puzzled. So she must be looking for some help here from the internet. The Empress, very modern take. So this one's all about beauty, this Empress. Whereas this is more spiritually aligned. So a new deck, they're really hard to separate the cards, aren't they, a new deck? These cards are a lot thicker than these ones. Nice back design. Emperor. Apparently based on, I think she said Gordon Ramsay. Only she said Ramsay Gordon, but it's Gordon Ramsay, I think. And he appears in a few cards. So the Hierophant here, where she's actually acknowledging different types of religion. A way for us to access our spirituality through religion. The spiritual practices and beliefs. This Lover's card. There's an unequal relationship here. There's a caregiver and a care receiver. And the little dog's upset as well. These are two of the court cards. Characters. Chariot. This is the Page of Swords, I think. Got himself a car. No keywords on this deck like there is in the Bright Future. So yeah, there's that Strength card. Inner strength and determination. Courage and desire. Hermit. Speaks for itself, really. Wheel of Fortune is a Ferris wheel. And lottery tickets. You never know. They say you've got to be in it to win it. Justice. Two figures here in opposition and a judgment or justice, trying to find what's fair there. Different sort of hangman on both of these, isn't there? You know, the normal hangman we see. Totally different take. He's having a cigarette. Just hanging around. Death. I think I said it in the Sasarabito. Oh, okay. I think we saw it in the Sasaburito tarot where there's a figure cutting their hair. And I think it's a real, I said it in that one, I think it's a real indication of an ending. Cutting hair is, it's an act of acknowledgement of going in a different direction, becoming a different person, showing it outwardly in your appearance. The old me is dead, and this is the new me. Temperance is a yoga pose, triangle. I would have thought, yes, temperance is about balance. I think maybe there are other yoga poses that illustrate balance, such as the tree pose, possibly. The Devil. So instead of the devil inside, this is an external devil that's leading us down the wrong path or hurting us, or different take. The Tower, that's dreadful tower moment, 2 dreadful tower moments. The Star. Okay, people, own up. This Moon card, who hasn't snuck out the window to go party without the folks knowing? I think almost every teenager has done that. Oh dear, there's the Sun. Wanting to capture the perfect moment. Just Judgment. I'm not sure about this. That's not actually how I would see Judgment myself personally. I don't see it as I mean, that looks like a celebration of herself, isn't it? That she's achieved her status and shouting it from the stage that she's succeeded. So I mean, I suppose people judge your exams, but I don't know about that one. I think that's a bit shaky, really. And the World as well, I'm not sure about this one. That doesn't speak as the world to me. I mean, they're looking out at their landscape, which is an urban land. They're looking out at an urban landscape. I don't know. I suppose it must go with the storyline. That's all I can think. But as a world card, it doesn't really speak to me. Okay, let's do some minors. Start with the ones. And you'll probably recognise some of the characters reappearing in the cards, which is obviously the artist's take. That's more in keeping, I think, than that one, with my understanding of the Three of Wands. This one I've got issue with as well, this Five of Wands, because, well, he's controlling what's going on here in a video game. He's a manipulator, isn't he? Which is, I think, for me, more of a Five of Swords. I don't know, what do you think? I don't know. Definitely being challenged there, isn't he? It's all having a ride on a fast fairground ride. This guy's trying to find his way back with a torch through a very dark urban landscape. So there's that Page of Wands, and she's an adventurer. This one says play, but I think that's hard work myself. I think there's a lot of hard work involved with that. That. guy from the ice cream, was it an ice cream truck? I'm not sure. Definitely a chef. Gordon Ramsay. Okay. Cups next. So we've got an Ace of Cups with a figure in a hot air balloon drinking wine. I think maybe that's where she snuck off to. Out on the town. Definitely self-pity going on there. This is more in keeping with a Rider-Waite-Smith type meaning. Mourning the loss of people who have passed there. Looking back at old memories. There's even a poor print there on a, I don't know what it is, maybe it's an urn. But spirits are still there and they're still with him. That's such a sad card. Especially this time of year. This one is more in keeping with Rider-Waite-Smith because you've got so many options and so many things you could put together here to make a different concoction. But you need to decide on one. Both the same two women walking away, leaving the man with the baby. A lot of fish motif here and fish tank. A crystal lamp. I think he's a therapist, but then I've never known a therapist to be in a rocking chair. Don't know. So I don't know a lot, don't I? It's the, obviously the artists and the creators' intentions there that we're trying to tap into. Right, shall we go on to the swords? Ace of Swords. It's a more traditional Ace of Swords, isn't it? This one, not so much. This sort of screams page to me, but always a difficult card, the Two of Swords, and this is extremely difficult. Torn between two parents. Sad card. Another sad card, but neither of these have got the you know, the main motif of a heart with swords going through them. I mean, this guy is obviously he's a musician. He's quite a cups energy, really. But then, yeah, oh, he's got a pen, so yeah, that's his sword, isn't it? Trying to write some, maybe a love song. He's making himself more upset as he's listening to it. He's crying. We've got a broken, torn up photo there. Definite heartbreak. Okay, so that Four of Swords, the extra card. There are two Four of Swords. So we've got the male and the female energy. So that's that musician again. And this was an extra card that came along with the deck. So you can choose a female or male perspective there, or energy. I think she's listening to music there. Or has she looked at photos on her phone? Either way, she's upset herself. And this is discussion and persuasion. That is not discussion and persuasion, that's bullying. That's upsetting someone there, isn't it? Knight's battles, that must be one of the knights. That's got an Eight of Cups energy. Again, a woman walking away from her husband. This time she's got the child with her. It's sort of a repeat, really, isn't it? That's more of a Seven of Swords energy than this one. Self-entrapment. More Rider-Waite-Smith energy that we're used to seeing. Nightmares, sleepless nights. This is interesting. So is this negative self-talk, or is this coming from social? It's coming from social media. Look, there, it's on the screen, and she's reading all these negative, horrible comments and taking them on board. It's a very modern take, isn't it, on the Ten of Swords? Very modern take. So our Page of Swords, here is an ice skater and here an actor. Learning their craft. Knight of Swords, fighting for a cause, there. And a fast skateboarder there. I think Poppy Palin's Everyday Enchantments shows her a skateboarder. Queen of Swords here. Businesswoman. And the King of Swords. Strategist. Intellectual, but there's definitely strategist there. Putting the pieces together to solve whatever's going on there. Got his notes, thinking it through. Right, okay, that's the swords, and then finally we have Pentacles. So even though these two decks are both modern reimaginings of the original Rider-Waite-Smith, they've got different energies between them, haven't they? They're not. They're definitely their own decks. There's our chef again. Indecision and priorities. He's trying to do two things at once because he's about balance, isn't it? The Two of Pentacles. Working together. That one says apprenticeship and craft, which is all cogs to make one thing work. 3 cogs to make one thing work. And here we've got technology and 2 guys to produce something new. And the gold discs as the pentacles. It's quite nice. So this is a different take, stability and status. I suppose here this guy is actually saving up to buy a car, one would imagine. Saving his pennies. Holding on to his resources. Instead of leaving, this one's been thrown out. You're not coming in. Change and disruption. So yeah. Reciprocity, give and take, giving entertainment, and in return giving money. I'm not saying too much about this deck because I have done a walkthrough before. As I say, I've done a whole video on this deck, so if you're interested in it, I will, as I said, link it below. Work and productivity. So he's worked to get this final medal. Worked hard by the looks of it. Long career. Mastery and reputation. So his reputation means a lot to him because he's working hard to look good. Abundance and security, yes. Well, these are the court cards again, as there's 4 of them here, which must be, they're the pages at the end of their journey, because 10 of Pentacles is basically the end of the suits. So this is having arrived, and they've got fireworks to celebrate the fact that they've come to the end of this journey before beginning on the next part of their journey. So here are those court cards. Flicking a coin into the fountain, making a wish. So we've got the Page of Pentacles as an artist. She's got artist materials here. The Knight of Pentacles is a baseball player. Queen of Pentacles was that lady in the 10, I think. Yeah. A wise woman. And then the King, that was the guy in the 9 of Wands. No, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands, I think. I'm trying to find it. So you do recognise him. Yeah. It's the same guy. He must be an actor, because you've got the Walk of Fame there. Mind you, musicians do it. They do as well, don't they? A Walk of Fame star. And there's a businessman here. So there we go. That's probably an unfair comparison of those two modern takes on the tarot. I'm going to say, personally, I like the anime style. I do. Some of the cards I really don't agree with their associations. I think it's an interesting way to introduce a tarot deck as in having actual storylines. Sort of reminds me of those books where you used to choose which chapter to read, and according to which chapter you read, that's how the story would go. I don't know if anybody remembers though, or know what I'm talking about. They were like adventure books where you chose the next chapter yourself. Anyway, a precursor to video games. Yeah, I like the fact that it is using the pages to tell the story of the deck. That's quite clever. Having looked at the guidebook, you don't get a lot. To be honest, there's not a lot there, so it's, I think you would, I mean, you could probably work with it. I don't know, it tells a bit of a tale, and then a little bit of advice for you. Look at your new surroundings and you might discover new things that could help along the way. There is no turning back now, so fulfill what you came here to do. Well, obviously you could use this as a one-card reading, but I don't know, I'd have to play with it a bit, I think. But it's not, I like it, I like the anime, but it's not really, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I prefer this. I worked with it for, as I said, a full month, and I really, the guidebook to this is amazing. Yeah, I think this is a bit more, is it superficial, the word? They're about the same size. Maybe a little, this one's maybe a bit thicker. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4 cards thicker. I don't know, what do you think? Have you used this deck? Do you know this deck? Is it something that appeals to you? Is it more for a young audience? Is it... I think you can tell I'm undecided on this deck. Yeah. It's nice for what it is, but I don't think it's a deck for me. I might be passing this one along. Maybe to someone who's just starting in tarot and doesn't want to go too deep. I'm doing a lot of deep study at the minute, so maybe that's why I'm not feeling called to this sort of type of deck. That's probably what it is, actually. I'm more into deeper esoteric meanings, but we'll see. I'll play with it for a while and see what happens, see how I get along with it. But for now, that is my little walkthrough, side by side, unfair comparison probably, between the Bright Future Tarot and the Cosmic Cycles. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in my next video, hopefully, if you enjoyed it. If you like my content, it'd be wonderful if you could like, thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz. It'd be lovely. My channel is slowly growing, which I'm very, very grateful for. And for each and every person who watches, thank you for being here. My little corner of tarot tube. Okay, I'll stop waffling. Bye.